So today's video I'm going to be showing how to fit a vanity unit and sink with the waste. I'm going to start off with the isolation valves. I'll show you all that and the tools you'll need along the way. Hope you like the video. So first what I've done is I've turned the stopcock off downstairs. So these should just come off. They've been sat on there for a while. Oh no, I'll twist them first. Ha! Take them off. A little bit of water in there. And I'm going to cut it back because I don't need that much pipe on this, so I'm just going to cut it about here. So I'm going to leave one. And about the same stuff. And there's them cut now. So I've got some abrasion cloth and I'm just going to clean up these. You can get this from Screwfix if you need to, or online. Amazon will probably sell it. It lasts a good while as well. If you're just a DIY like me, if you're not like a professional plumber. All nice and clean. Now to fit the isolation valves. So these are my isolation valves. They've got a sealing olive inside. It just goes over here like this. You don't need any plumber's mate or PTFE tape because that creates your seal on there. What I'm going to do is just push that in as far as I can. I'm going to keep my valve to the right so it's accessible for when the sink is on. Now I need to tighten it up. And that should be tight enough to the water. Obviously I'm going to do the other side first. So I'll do that one next. Again, olive, your nut. Push that right in as far as it can go. See how the olive sits there. Once tightened, that should give me the seal No need for PTFE tape. Obviously you want these as tight as you can get them, because this is going to stay on now. And the last thing you want is that to leak. Right, now I'm going to go to turn the isolations off. So flathead screwdriver, that's in the open position, and I'm going to turn it to the closed position there. Open, closed. Now I'm going to go and turn the stopcock back on and see if we have any leaks. I'm just going to turn the valve, make sure the water's coming through. Unfortunately, I don't have a handy folding bucket, so I've got the big 19 popcorn bucket. Little beauty. Let's see if any water comes out. Lovely, there's no leaks. Now for the next one. Fingers crossed. Trying to get that air out. Make sure there's definitely 100% no leaks. That seems good. You're really there, man. I'm going to do this one again, just because I don't think I got all the air out. This is really smooth. So I'll give it a quick dry up. Look all the wet areas. That is good for me to start fixing the vanity unit and sink on. I've got my vanity unit here. I have pre-drilled these holes. I did this before I did the grouting on the walls. So I'm going to fix this now to the wall, and it'll just sit on like so. Get my level, make sure it's all level. Then you're going to fit the taps and the sink with me. Show you now, that's the level there. Spot on. If it wasn't level, then all I have to do is adjust these screws here. It goes up, down, in, out, and that just sucks it in. Yeah, it's a nice little piece, this nice little floating piece. It's gonna look good. So this is my basin, which will eventually sit on there like that. I've already attached the sink waste. So I'll talk you through how I did that as well, because I don't want to miss any steps. That's just a little quick hack. I've sealed there with sealant and wiped it away, excess. If I take this off, you'll see, upside down, there is a nut, and there's two washers and a plastic washer underneath there. I don't know if you can see it. I've tightened that as tight as I can get, and that should be watertight, hopefully. So this is my P-trap. This is 32mm. That goes into your waste. It's got it's like a lock-in. I don't know what the system is, but it's like a lock-in and a rubber seal. So that'll go onto the waste, and then that goes into your sink. This is an adjustable one, so all I have to do is loosen it. So you know, so just loosen that, and that can just adjust to the height that you need it. and that goes onto your sink. So as you can see here, I'm trying to measure up the pipe. It's a bit awkward. So I'm a bit too far over towards me, so I need to cut the pipe at the back there so it fits to suit that. So I'm just going to chop this pipe. Last thing I want to do is take too much off and then have to re-cut some pipe. I mean, there must be an easy way to do this, but obviously with me just being a DIYer, I don't really know any other way. This will just screw out actually. Right, I'm going to chop this at a better angle. It's a bit rough, so I'm going to get my standing blade and just clean up on this sides. Now that's all cleaned up, I'm going to just put it back inside this pipe. Right. Now, I'm going to fit this. Well, not fit it, I'm going to just put it on and see if we're at the right angle and length. That's on just very loosely, just so I can sort it out from there. I'm going to put the sink on now and see if that's in the right position for the sink to attach to. So we came into a bit of a dilemma. So I've had to, the P-trap on for that goes into the sink was catching on the drawer, on the bottom drawer on the vanity unit. So I've had to extend this, cut this out. Obviously I'm just a DIY, I'm just trying my best. I've cut this out, made the pipe taller, and now that's going to eliminate any more future problems. Hopefully that's the only problem I'm running into today. This is just to test it, by the way. Right, that shuts beautifully. The bottom drawer's no longer catching on it. Oh, happy days. Onto a winner now. Now it's time to fit the flexi hose into tap mixer. Obviously hot and cold. These are just screw-on threads with two seals on there. I am going to put, I know you're not meant to, but I am going to put a bit of putty on, plumber's mate. This stuff, just because I'm not sure how tight I can get this in there. It's literally a tiny little piece of, I don't even know, it's like crap. I just want to rub that into the seals, into the threads, sorry. And run that around like so. Make sure it's all over. And then I'm going to lick it, wet my finger and just run it across the rubber seals here. And this, I don't know if you can see, You can't see, but there's 2 outlets, inlets even inside there. I'm gonna thread that in and screw it up. Right, that's as tight as I can get it. So I'm gonna try and get this down into there. I'm gonna do the same for the other one. Right, now for the P-trap, so I'm just gonna put this seal on here. I'm gonna use plumber's mate for this. And just because I don't want any leaks. So I'll just grip it right across. And this doesn't weld the joints, so it'll just constantly stay like putty. It's good stuff, like. And I'm going to do this for all the connections on this. So now I'm going to feed the tap flexi hoses into the basin. I'll just run down. Get them to all right ways. Right. I'm going to screw her up. Get that all set in nicely. This goes under and screws into the tap to keep the tap secure. So I'm going to do that now and then connect the flexi hoses to the isolation valves. And then we should, fingers crossed, have a running sink, and then I will silicone it in and that will be left to set. You can see I'm just connecting that now, tightening it up so it gets to the end of the thread, and that is now that. So I'm going to go underneath and tighten underneath. It's proving quite difficult to tighten this up because I've only got this, so it's just a bit awkward to try and get the leverage for it. So I have decided to lift the sink off because I'm in the position to do so, as I am fully putting the whole unit in. Obviously some people won't be so lucky, so they'll have to fight it. So I'll loosen it off, make sure this is all in nicely, because as you can see that seal's gone behind there now. That's what I want. I don't want anyone to think either that you can just run in and jump into this, because it's not the easiest. It's very fiddly, as it's proving now, but we're getting there. Right, so I'm just gonna nip that up. Make sure it's correct. Make sure that's lined up right. Don't want it to be all over the place and have to take it off again, because it's getting me stressed. That's nice and tight now. Nice and tight, nice and straight. That's the tap valves now connected to the isolations. Just checking to make sure there's no leaks coming from here. Seems dry. Nice and dry. Oh, the truth. Look at that. Make sure there's no leaks coming in from there. It's all good.